Oh, what up, everyone? Today I'm covering a few topics. So first of all, there are a few new events I'm gonna be speaking about. Just going in more detail on what you have to do and what rewards you will be getting from them. So three events or two events here, and then the third one will be just some coupon codes that are both new as well as you missed on some. So a quick guide on both how to redeem it and all of the codes that are currently available. And for the second part, I'll be going over the Professor Luna's candy event, and I'm gonna be discussing on which items are the best to buy for the event and which ones you should focus first, as well as all of the gathering methods for candy and which one is the most efficient apart from the dungeons themselves from the event. So like gathering, mining, killing mobs, stuff like that. So yeah, as for the events, the first one is the Monster Forum Review event. So greetings from the Summer Chronicles teams. Did you know you can write a most on the Monster Forum where you obtain monsters? We'll be hosting a Monster Forum review where you can get 500,000 gold for 5 reviews. So basically, you just have to write a review for one of the monsters you own, and you can do it up to 5 times. So you head over to your monster view, click Monster Forum. It will be located on the right side of your monster view, both on mobile and PC. And essentially, for any unit that you use, just write a review here, and you will be posted here. And once the event time is over, the Summer Sword Chronicles team will be choosing some of the reviews and giving 100,000 gold for each of them. And yeah, for the second one, it is the special December coupon event. So there will be 5 not discount codes, but coupon codes coming every 3 days. And seems like they will skip the one from Christmas and go straight to New Year's. The first one is already here, the rest are not, but they will be posted on this page, and I'll be leaving this page in the description so you can easily access it through this video and find the new discount codes once they are out. To redeem your discount codes on mobile, you'll have to find the what's it called CS code of your account, and from there you can click the megaphone tab and you will be brought to a event banner which shows that you can redeem your codes. And if you are on PC, you can just click coupon on the right side, enter that code here, enter the discount or the coupon code itself. So for example, I can do this here. I'll do my CS code, use the code. You'll have to select your server, so mine is Katarina, and you basically get your reward in the inbox, and you'll be getting 5 new codes here. So make sure to check back every once in a while, or you can just wait until the last day and just enter all of 5 of those codes, as they will be working for like half a year still. So definitely no rush there. And yeah, the last point is they listed a full list in one place of all the discount codes that are currently available. So I think I've mentioned these already. I might have missed this one. And there are a few more that I can see might be new to you. I covered them in previous events, but if you haven't, make sure to check all of these codes and redeem them whenever you can. They also last for half a year, so there's definitely no rush. Just wait it out and make sure to check back on this page once all of the coupon codes are added, as well as check the previous page for those new discount codes. And yeah, now jumping into the game for the Professor Luna candy event. Okay, and as for the event that goes, so currently you are able to get these Professor Luna's candy in multiple ways. So first of all, the biggest gains come from the sub-event here, where you have to participate in some field events, repeat requests, arena, and all 3 of the Path of Growth dungeons. So unfortunately you can't get any from like Essence or Expedition dungeons, but strictly to Path of Growth areas. So you can get 200 candy from doing 5 of those runs. However, eventually you will run out of refreshes, and I do not recommend getting into using the Path of Growth tickets for this event, essentially, since it would be best to save them for in case a new monster comes up, like we've had with Bastet, Tio, Chasun, and stuff like that. So if there is a monster that you really want to upgrade eventually, it's best to use your Path of Growth tickets on that event. But there are also several other ways to get candy besides it. Currently you can get it from hunting various like random mobs on the map. You can also get them from gathering, mining, and opening treasure chests. I'm not gonna be addressing the treasure chest one, as that is very RNG, and whether you find a chest or not varies by each player. And sometimes you can go finding a few chests every few minutes, and sometimes you can go 15 minutes without finding a single one. So it'd be just an unfair way to rate the amount of candies you get from chests. But I will be addressing all of the other 3 methods. So first of all, I've done 15 minutes of both mining and gathering and checked how much candy I got from that, as well as converted them into hourly rates. So for 15 minutes of mining, I've received 28 candy, and that roughly translates to around 112 candy per hour if you are constantly mining and doing nothing else. And for gathering, I've gotten 33 candy in 15 minutes, so that's 132 per hour. However, since the gathering, like trees or plants or whatever, were a bit more dense than the mining ores, I believe both mining and gathering candy gains will be roughly the same. So it mostly depends on what area you are farming at. So if you found or you know a area that is super densely populated with materials, that will always be a better choice than mining in a scarce area. But this might not matter at all, as there is the third way to get these candies, and it is from creature hunting. So for creature hunting, I went a bit overboard and left my game farming overnight. So I started at uh, a bit past midnight and went all the way up until 10 a.m. when the maintenance hit. So I farmed for a bit over 8.5 hours. So to be exact, 8 hours and 38 minutes. And in that period, I got 2034 candy. As for what I found, it's just this area in the second part of the map, I think. Yeah, so Teska Sakal Desert. I just went there, went to an empty lobby, clicked order, and left it overnight. And during that, I got 2038 for candy, which roughly translates to 235 candy per hour. This means that it is almost 2 times higher than both mining and gathering. So if you are looking for the best way to make candies after the Path of Growth or repeat quests or like uh, any other methods are presented in this screen, the best way by far is to just go into an empty area, finding an empty lobby, and clicking that order button for as long as you can. So yeah, definitely do not recommend gathering or mining unless you are crafting professions, since it will be twice as inefficient as the creature hunting. And for the second part, I'm gonna be jumping into what you should focus on buying. So first of all, both for the limited items and for the unlimited ones. Uh, First of all, I wanna say that I know that the rates you get from these scrolls, so for example, the mystical scroll has a 9% chance to get a net 4 and 1% chance to get net 5. This does not mean that you will get a guaranteed net 4, for example, from 10 mystical scrolls. However, I'm gonna be bringing an average to that, meaning that on average, you will be getting one lightning from 10 mystical scrolls, because you can sometimes also get more lightnings from 10 mystical scrolls, so like 2 or 3, which roughly translates to an average of 1 in 10. That's why I'll be basing my decision on what to prioritize in buying first based on those average rates. So first of all, the first purchase you are buying will be Transcendent Scroll, of course. It costs 10,000 points, and it's only 2,000 higher than the legendary one. This is by far the best purchase as far as scrolls go, and to address it, that what you should be buying first is all of the scrolls that you see here. Do not even look into buying the unlimited items before all of the scrolls are bought out, since scrolls are the most important resource in this game for getting those higher level both awakenings, where you need monster pieces, as well as increasing your monster book levels, which allows you to gain insane power buffs. As you can see, for example, my Bastet, just because of the dupes I have, she already has an extra 6,000 HP and 17 resistance. And that's without accounting any runes, those various books on stones on the runes and stuff like that. So dupes are incredibly important, and since scrolls are very hard to come by in the game, you must buy all of them for the current prices that are shown here. So first of all, you are buying the Transcendent Scroll. There's no debate about it, as the rates are by far the best compared to the price and the scroll that you are getting. After you purchase the Transcendent Scroll, you should skip the Legendary and go straight to Mystical ones. The price for Mysticals is exactly 10 times, I accidentally bought it, but I'll get enough candy, so it's no big deal. The price for Mystical Scrolls is exactly 10 times lower than the Legendary Scroll. That would make it sort of equal in rates. However, the one thing you might be missing is that from those 10 Mystical Scrolls, if, let's say, on the perfect day, you would get 9 net 3s and 1 net 4, so that net 4 would be the same as getting one from the Legendary Scroll. However, that is 9 extra net 3s that you are getting. Net 3s are an amazing source for Breath of Lives, since they have a 1-to-1 exchange ratio, and this is like the main source that you should use for Breath of Lives. As well as 9 net 3s will also increase all of your team stats, because net 3 monsters boost not themselves but all of your account monsters. So for example, each level of the Fairies book will boost my all account Fire Fairy monsters attack by 15, and the next one will be 19. And the stats don't seem that big, but once you account that all 3 stars, 2 stars, and 1 stars are included in this, you'll be getting a lot of extra stats just from those book entries. And after you are done with the mystical scrolls, you should move to the legendary scrolls. And overall, all of the scrolls will take a total of 74,000 candy. Basically, you should be able to get that amount of candy if you do all of the Path of Growth daily entries, as well as the crystal recharges, as well as farm some additional ones overnight without going too overboard with it. If you somehow manage to overshoot that amount and get even more Professor Luna candy, from these 5, in my opinion, the Magic Essence will be the most valuable purchase here. Strictly because all 4 other sources are pretty easily obtainable from other content in game, as well as the amounts you get for them are not significant enough to justify buying them. So for example, Skystones being the close second option in my opinion. With the recent update, we do have another source of getting them from the battlefield, and that source does provide a lot. if you manage to win 3 fights, you are getting somewhere close to 30, if not 40,000 skystones. So yeah, you are able to get a decent chunk there, as well as worst case scenario, you can always buy them on the exchange market. For the gold, this is a no-brainer. You can get gold from pretty much everywhere, even killing the random mobs, as long as you kill a lot of them. However, the amount here is simply not worth it. I would say this purchase would be somewhat worth it if it was in the 50,000 field. So 50,000 gold for 500 candy. I would say that could be debatable. 1,000 is out of the question instantly. So Breath of Lives is easily obtained from the monster pieces that I've discussed here. So 1-to-1 ratio for 3 stars. You'll have plenty of Breath of Lives for all your needs just from there. The ability stones are decent, but we also have a new source on how to get them. So first of all, you are able to craft them using the, what's they called? The rune materials that you get. Let me find them real quick. Yeah, these ones, enhancement shards. You are able to craft the ability stones with enhancement shards. Let me see the recipe that you need, and it is this one. So yeah, you will need processing level 7, but once you unlock that, the recipe is quite cheap. There are also other recipes, but those are not worth it due to the limited magic ores that you get. But yeah, once you unlock this recipe, you'll have plenty of the ability stones. So in my opinion, it's not worth buying those. As for these, magic essences are essentially super limited in ways that you can acquire them. So the only way, or rather the main way to acquire them, is the Hall of Magic. And first of all, the recharges you get for Hall of Magic are pretty expensive compared to the rest, and you do not get a lot of Essence Dungeon tickets in the game, as well as they are used in many different events, so you should be saving them and not spend them on various stuff. You can also get essences from crafting, however, the price for them is quite expensive, since these faint magic ores are super important for crafting various equipment and like runes, enhancement stones, stuff like that. And the Magic Keeper armor shards are a pretty rare drop. So as you can see, I only have 20 of them from my whole time playing the game, and I haven't spent them on anything, like no armor crafting, nothing like that. So they will come and go, and at max I could craft like 100 of these, so it's definitely not worth it. As for the other recipes, I believe those are even worse if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so enhancement shards pretty expensive. These you can only get from the event. You can buy some of these here, but then again, whether you want to waste gold and enhancement shards on essence magic, then the durability stone instead is completely up to you. But in my view, the magic essences are the best thing to focus on once you are done with all of your scrolls. So yeah, hopefully this little video helped you out, and see you in the next one.